Archie goes by the Babka in this in those times, and this is Death Wish against NR. So Lerio was successful, if I'm not mistaken, in this match previous time.
Yes.
Let's see if he can deal with Archies. Archie has Riptide, unlike Daurian, has double Cyclops. So does he have, I don't know, the Crown, the Deathlove? Has Royal Decree, and now Dagon. Oh, Dagon, yeah, Dagon is here. So draws improving while taking mulligans. AQ as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like seeing this queue. I think the standard queue would have been the Self Wound from Red here, but we saw the Northern Realms struggle a bit in the previous series, and it managed to get the win against Deathwish, so we'll see if it's able to repeat that story. It's going to be Dagon off the rip here for Archie, infusions onto the Giant Toadstool in deck, as well as Bridge Trolls, Deathlove, and Succubus. And there is the access to Burst Ritual via the Decree, and we'll see what the Earnest Shadows and Burst Ritual conjure up in their unholy rite.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Okay, so draws are here, but we don't see Mata, we don't see Golden Necker.
Well done.
Bravo, well done.
Archie giving a bit of congratulations to Leo for drawing both Siege Masters so early. And this is especially potent if we were to see this Yennefer Conjurer in round 1. And Voglet coming out now could mean these Siege Masters aren't long for this world. We'll have to see.
Okay, so Succubus developed from that Brewers. You get one Toad that you missed as well. A weird round, like what do you even do as Lerio in this one? Like you're not achieving carry over through motor generator? No, nothing.
Yeah, this might just be a pass at 7, defend the bleed, but that feels a bit strange for this list. Because your short round is almost non-existent. Also strange, didn't use a ship ballista ping that turn. Ship ballista. Reinforced ballista just sat on it with the cooldown available, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, there is no Hubert to save the clicks on. So was unintended. We've seen Lerio like roping in the at the end of the last series. So.
That wasn't a rope, that was just clicking the button too soon. But if it is an early pass, it doesn't really matter here. That may give us a bit of an insight into Lerio's mental here.
You know, I'd really prefer not to spend eternity waiting for you to move.
Archie is enjoying the match against Lerio a bit too much. Finds his way to the emote wheel quite often. That might be the mood for the entire series.
I dig that. It's nice to have a bit of that personality, you know?
And of course we are, since this is the final, this is the last match of the entire year for this master cycle.
Give me it.
We expect a 5-match series, 5-game series with double tie somewhere, surely. And then 1 point victory in game number 5 to make it as spicy as possible. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Lemon wants to get out earlier. to go and rest, maybe.
I'm happy whichever way this series ends up going. I'm just here for the good Gwent. And this Fogler is here to develop Fog, which ends up killing off some of these Siege Masters. We do get a ship ballista being developed. They're still playing into this round, still contesting. Which, yeah, I don't think this is the sort of matchup where you can afford to give up that round control. And look, there is 2 ship ballistas in hand. There's the Ilder code. And if need be, you can commit that Baron to help secure the round control.
Ah, look. Where is the emote?
Yeah.
Hitting the arbalest that was enabling the ship ballista out of 4 targets. Well, could have been ship ballista itself as well.
Yeah, I don't know how you have the points to win here. So yes, it is going to be the pass from Lyra, just
Bravo.
mathematically impossible. And standard, you know, Dagon, Brewer's commitment in the round 1 here from the Death Wish. Able to set up both Toads in the graveyard. Does commit the Lord Riptide and a Cyclops, but I think round control is a very worthwhile reward to have to commit all that for. So Decree found for Lyra can give access to the Golden Echo through the Matahuri. And it is pairing that in hand for Death Wish as well here. Gives a bit of control potential on top of this Cyclops.
Okay, so Archer has Succubus in graveyard, decides to mulligan one in search of Heatwave potentially in deck. Gets Squirrel instead. Squirrel in this match not doing much. Right, there is no Necromancy, so we see Squirrel out. Not the most tempo you can produce with one play of a bronze, so let's see how the round progresses. You mentioned that Lerios deck kinda lacks for a short round. But how much of a bleed do we see here? Because yeah, it looks like a 4-power Squirrel, but there are Toads in the graveyard, there are like infusions on Deathlove, there is AQ, so
Yeah.
might have been great, but we do see Arendite dropped already, so no Ildicon.
So again, it's back to square one for Lyra. The Ildiko, as you say, dying straight away. Wonder if we will see Mata for the Golden Necker. You probably want to commit the Golden Necker as early as possible here, because either the opponent passes immediately and then you get a long round 3, or they play into it and you're able to develop the Mutant Generator carryover, whilst also hopefully getting that card advantage with the big tempo that the Golden Necker can provide.
Yeah, so alternative line is lock-in with Margarita, but well, there is a Peller as we see, and that doesn't really allow you to gain passively points through your engines, however many of them are left, so wouldn't be surprised. Point gap is also justifying the commitment of Golden Necker. You cannot continue playing too slow, but Lerio says try me. And we see River Hunter's plate with no leader commitment, no nothing. Asking Archie what is his plan. Archie plans to drop Raha's Queen into the middle row. A Toad was ready to consume, but it's too early for the Toad, says Archie, and keeps it as a carryover for now. Also can be triggered by Doldolok Succubus if he goes all in here.
Yeah, and I think one thing to note is that there's one more Dagon infusion that needs to be consumed for it to come back. But if that infusion gets locked, when you go for the Purify, the infusion goes. So you would need to eat that infusion straight away, and maybe saving Toads for that a bit. Here comes the Golden Necker, able to find Reavers and reinforcements and the Mutant Generator. So there's going to be a lot of Reavers developed now, and all getting boosted up quite a bit too. And this could develop a quite potent Yennefer Conjurer, able to zap potentially 3, 4, 5 units all at once here. And this is also pretty big Baron too. This is a 9-point reset onto this Dragon Warrior.
Okay, so Lock finds its value. See, Margarita, 6 provisions. Whoever buffed River Hunters to 6 power. This finally backfires for people. River Hunters are profiting from being 6 provision cards. Just synergizing insanely with the locks. Okay, so we have a bunch of 8s now.
Living souls in your wake.
My problem with this is that, well, yeah, you need active pings as well, because at the moment we do see a 9 on the board, and your Yennefer Conjurer kinda wants to strike that.
You can use Decree for ordaining Archer to try to fix this a little bit.
Yes, you can wait a turn. And
So
now-
I'm curious why this front Reaver split is being held on to. Is it because of
Potential
a space
Idaran?
restriction?
Potential Idaran, I don't know. Doesn't seem to
Yeah.
be influential enough when played now from the degree. Lock might have been better.
And the other issue I have is by holding onto this Baron for so long, you've lost a lot of the reset value because of these Reavers who have just been pinging away here.
Yeah. It seems to be close enough for Lerio. So that...
Yeah, like you catch up here, but now you're in a short round with Dagon coming back, Succubus access, and also a 15 damage Arendite, which is going to be even more damage by the time we actually get to round 3. So it's going to be quite tough to contest. You are getting a good number of points passively. You can get a little carryover with this ship ballista.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
Yeah, there we go. 2 points of buff, I guess. Is more than 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like Archie is missing many cards here. Okay, he is getting one of the draws into the Ironite. Also Ironite, it was funny you pointed that Ironite will be taller than 15. Would have been a problem. As soon as Ironite grows, Lerio kinda loses the game, I think. If it grows in between. But yeah, we see the Succubus. Archer kept Whispering Hillock has the Breach Troll for that, has Leader Charge and Doldolock for another consume. While Lerio, well, there are archers.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Idaran on the lead. This is nice because if you need to use the Arendite to answer for Archie, there won't be unit to boost, they'll be hesitant to do that. What this means is that when you use your leader this next turn, you will manage to get the value on the Idaran, but it doesn't mean that the Idaran isn't doing anything else now. Like, it only spawns this one additional archer, which it doesn't have much time to get value.
Yep. Ping, ping, ping. Is nice and all. But Dagon's coming. Yo, Dagon's coming.
Be gone.
Here comes Dagon. And you see it getting consumed immediately. You do not want that getting locked up, because that would mean no Dagon. Playing around it, and already a 10-point gap in favor of the Death Wish. This Baron isn't even looking good against a consume deck like Death Wish.
Yeah, I do agree. Okay, so the consume on Dagon gets locked. There is still one from Doldolock, and yeah, Baron might have been dropped in the previous round. But as I mentioned, I think during the first game, yeah, against Death Wish you rarely get a very good reset. You get a decent one, especially with Entrega Warrior being played on 2 Death Wish units that maybe might have been buffed a little bit, but usually, like, okay, there is a 15-point Chimera, so
9-point reset.
it's decent, but it's not game
Even
winning.
then it's, not game winning. And that'll be the forfeit, and game 1 goes in favor of Archie. And we saw Lyra win 3 times against the Death Wish in the previous series, and straight away Archie gets a win with the Death Wish. So that has to bode quite well for Archie.
Yep.
For Lyra, and I think historically this is a pretty decent matchup. With the Godnecker bounty, they're able to combine poisons to quite good effect. But
Look, we're not starting with Evelyn this time around. Interesting. Setting up some potential damage first. And I guess consideration is, do you buff it? Answer is no, no 5 damage from hand.
I think, yeah. The reason for this is to have the 6 damage reach to kill something like a priest early, I imagine. I don't think you'll be able to kill a Drakkar because with the armor and then it getting boosted, it'll get out of range.
So
Pretty decent maxi, a lot of gold.
Kinda decent.
No one gets to win twice.
Most of stuff is available, and yeah, there we have it. Nice hunt for Maxi, and you get your Ignatius buffed by 6 immediately. You get your money returned.
Since the Tunnel Drill is also a more efficient than 1-for-1 spender, doing this sort of trade, it's just giving you more and more coins.
So Priest is offered as a sacrifice, and Valerio says yes, please.
So much over profiting already. With no access to a blacksmith, you're not going to have much of a choice there, since Archie's not playing that many points. And, well, with the Priest gone, it's going to be a bit tough for Archie to really establish here. There's not many great proactive units here. It's going to be the Pella coming out.
Sometimes
It's a unit to play.
Sometimes you play this game where your bare knuckle brawler is the same. Like, okay, you have this. Would have, like, not in this case, but in general there are sometimes those situations like my hand is not that great and opponent put this unit that I cannot really deal with at the moment, so what gives? Actually, yeah. Pass is coming, Lero just threw Executioner onto the board.
Sometimes what you can do there is just try to play low to the ground, picking away at the opposing unit with damage, and then once they pause, you can catch up with a bigger point play, perhaps something like an Olgierd, but with the second unit coming down and the boost from the strategy, point gap got a little bit too big for that strategy to be a consideration. So it's going to be round control for the Syndicate here. I wonder if Lyra is going to bleed. Has the Salamander hideout in hand? Has access to the candle via Necker, although typically you prefer that to be other way around. Hysteric finds a blacksmith, so nice to find a defensive spender here. And you do have Furco to find the Novigradian Justice anyways.
So what's the plan? There are lots and lots of poisons available. So things that Skellige is playing, considering the Peller was thrown away as well, they will get poisoned. I have no doubt, at least some of them. So does Lerio need to bleed here? In a sense that can he actually have board present himself, or is it just I'll poison all your units, but in the end my only power play is Ignatius Hail? Let's see what he decides to do. We see the opening with the blacksmith, it doesn't die, and then Evelyn is following with the full spends.
Yeah, this can't be one turn killed by Draco Turtle here. So it forces out the heat wave.
There is no there is a verification. I was just missing. Archer without verification would be weird, considering he even uses the appropriate leader skin. So here it is. I was thinking, is the candle somehow safe, but it shouldn't be, and it isn't.
A problem 4 inches of steel could be solved.
I'm gonna get the second blacksmith out here.
Next time it'll
So
be personal.
this is one of the better proactive plays, but they're quickly running out, and you might be forced to go for, say, the salamander hideout and just float a failed experiment. You might be forced to play out a salamander assassin, even though it feels a bit suboptimal to play it this early on. It's better to have that be potentially answered than a Menge or a Morale.
Yeah, playing against Golden Egger, it's also nice to know that you can keep Dwimbiandra in your hand, completely unpunished. We've seen some disastrous Dwimbiandra situations when you have 2 of them at your locations getting hit waved. Yes, it's nice and all. But for now, location is being preserved for later. Players just throw some... Not the most crucial bronzes, so to say.
Yeah, there's Archie's really under no pressure here. Just able to slowly develop. Oh, okay, I guess I'll play my Chaos Troll and have it set up. Oh, okay, I guess I can set up my Drakkar Corsair combo. That's fine. Now it's finally a bit of a threat coming through with this Salamander Assassin. This failed experiment can be used to help follow up on this bounty with the poisons. Though I'm a bit surprised that Corsair was the target and not Drakkar. Because Drakkar is generally more worthwhile since it has other synergies. Or maybe he's more worried about the threat of a Draco Turtle coming down and then the Corsair being used with that.
Maybe. Okay, so Draco Turtle indeed is coming out and says to failed experiment that, yeah, you cannot poison me, I challenge you to a fight. And now we have been poisoned.
Without Gellert Blindheim, this Salamander hideout isn't really able to do very much with the transferring of the poison. We could see a morale commitment.
Yeah, shouldn't be leaving for long unless buffed into the Oblivion.
No. But it would at least force out a Canute.
Death can come where blood there's not.
Okay, you get a poison, you get a poison.
Okay. So at 10 power, this requires quite a commitment onto the Draco Turtle. The Draco Turtle needs to go up to 20, but it only has 7 armor. Sorry, up to 19. So if you fully get rid of the armor here, Canute would be able to kill off this morale.
Name kill!
Boop. Boop. Not enough.
So yeah, so they would just still get a bit of value, even if the Draco Turtle ends up dead. Still gets a decent job done. And now it's looking a bit questionable for Leo. This is quite a point gap. I know you can finish the poison, but you'll still be, I think, tied once the poison resolves.
Alternatively, you can slam the Golden Egger. You have 0 coins in your bank. Yes, you still will overprofit maybe, but just slam the Egger. The problem is that the Swell Blood has targets. Okay, we do see the strat.
Okay.
Bam.
Can't smash it.
Doesn't
No
have a
over
profit.
profit. No over profit, I repeat.
And this Ignatius will still heal
Yes.
once this 4 base power bounty gets collected on by Morale.
Bam.
So very nice point gap achieved. That was a huge swing. And is even going to be the Canute being cleaned up as well. So pushing the envelope even more. 41 point gap. No access to the Svalbard totems. This Svalbard itself is looking a little bit sketchy.
My home is wherever
Able
the
to use the
road
Doom
takes.
Beyonder to reset the KO Troll. Gonna have access to the Olgate Immortal, 10 power body, and turning into 10 damage with that clash. Then can follow up with verification for another 10 points. Altogether, that's 30 points in 2 cards.
Still short.
Look to need.
How is it looking in the bank department?
I think would need to commit all 3 cards potentially still
So
to catch up, and maybe this means you keep pushing here for
Freaks
Lyria.
are welcome here.
I'm not
no,
sure
you,
how
you
this
can, you can
bounty will end
bounty
up being
the
clean.
Dream Beandra, by the way. She's definitely dying after this wall blood. Like if you go all in on this wall, oh, definitely is maybe not the right choice of. Nah, if you need to spawn Abomination and flip the one that you spawned as well.
So, so you could, Svalbard the next turn, float it, and then flip. That would get 3 damage.
It's not like you're achieving much. You have a candle to spend with anyway. It would heal Ignatius a little bit, so.
Give you a bit of leader carryover too, which is nice. Okay, I guess you take the Siri Nova here.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay, so asks
Protect it.
Archie, do you have the cards? Spends everything, 50 points. Wallblood did wreaks havoc on opposing side of the board. Nobody's doing this math. Just, points, yep.
That's how I play Gwent. But Archie might need to be a little more disciplined. Goes for the proc this turn. I mean, you will be dealing 10 damage next turn with the clash. Probably clashing with the Siri to remove her just about.
A few units that actually eat the damage on Archie's side of the board here. Bam bam, and this is enough. The problem is you only have like Totem and Sidrifa's right. And Sidrifa's right is not even amazing points.
I mean, Totem at least is good points. There's the Blindham brothers for Illyrio, and they're not so hot in a short round, but hey, if you can get a bit of poison set up with the Salamandra hideout still on board, it could do something quite nice. It could clean up the Sigvald, but running into Sigvald and Sigdrifa's right for the Canute, I think Selfwound is looking scary here.
Yeah. So
especially with the Nero giving access to either Martyr or Totem, whichever you think will be more scary.
So I don't know. Just don't do the math. This Wallblood will catch up. As in, Archie showed us the power of the bear. Didn't matter that it was 50 points. He had the reach, so well done there. So we do see the totem drop in here. This is safe for now. Or in general, with no more trumps, not all units, Knut cannot hurt you too much.
I mean, this Salamander assassin just dies to Sigvald Canute, no?
Oh yeah, I meant the Blindheim brother at the
Blindheim
moment.
is fine, but it doesn't matter. I don't think Lyra even gets enough coins for a candle spent here.
Okay, Okay, what do you see?
Okay, oh, never mind. We're going Svalbard. Okay. Doesn't get a bear spawn here. 1 damage sure. Svalbard gonna get poisoned, and this Sal Assassin is going to stick.
This is not the most
Sigurd?
exciting finisher in 7 points Svalbard. But
Way over profiting though.
overprofit is
Yeah, it's
giving
not.
you 14. This is what, 14 points in total, right? Ah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, this
Yeah, okay. We forgot. Don't mind us. And you get
Salah hideout coming in clutch. Oh my.
yeah, so Lerio solves this single player game quite easily by the end. We forgot the... I was about to tell somewhere there that Lerio's carryover is not that great in terms of points, but he has a spender and like 2-point city, but in the end the Salamander hideout is the clutchiest card ever. That's, well, casters managed to forget about. But this is our job description, guys. Don't you mind. We reached the goal. Oh, like I named a random number and that was the goal. Thank you for the crowdfund. We hit $250. Great job, guys. We are going into game 3, but people donated what? $180 today. We appreciate everyone's contribution. So on this screen I can update as well. This is game 3. We needed to sign an agreement with you, Lemon, about with Matol, that all the contributions above some go for the caster salary. Let's go.
An infinite % increase to the caster salary.
I also
Let's go.
changed the crowdfund goal. It was like some dollars out of 250. Now it's 250 out of 1 million. So let's see if we can hit 1 million as the next target. But back to Gwent. Archie on blue with Syndicate against the Self-Wound. Sounds familiar. Different leader though. Different Syndicate in action.
And yeah, this is the sort of thing where we kind of see the same matchup. I know it's not exact as you said, but we see the same matchup twice. If a player is able to win both of their games in that matchup, they're put in such a good position in that series. By just, I guess, knowing the ins and outs of that particular matchup from both sides. And it's going to be a brawler to lead. Often brawler can be quite awkward in this situation if it were to face off against an Olgierd against a Sigvald, but with those both seeming to be missing, it would do quite a good job cleaning up a Drakkar. It's just going to be a Skrull to lead here to develop a few points that, yeah, the brawler can take care of, and it probably will. But
there is a slander that you can apply, but your problem is that you still have this Tiger Eye and your bank will be full and your Executioner, almost full, and your Executioner has profit too, so for now we do see that Squirrel is deemed not worthy to collect a bounty on. If you are a good hunter, you can bring like tens and hundreds of them in one go, I suppose. So this is Oneromancy.
Tournament and Nero at the bottom of deck here, they wouldn't be found, but being able to find Sigvald, Dragoturtle, Svalbard by the round 2, K-Troll, Heatwave, Olgierd by the round 3, so I don't know if you want to go without Totem.
I don't know, I'm always greedy. Whatever Maxi shows me, I'm like, okay, you could have done better. I could have all the golds in one card on the first position, so I draw all of them. There is one 6 provision gold missing at the bottom of the deck. Reshuffle. Maxi deems quite a target, becomes quite a target for those bounties. People are really hunting for her. Okay, so Drakkar, right, it's best, but goes into the bottom of the ocean. I know, how do you fight a ship?
You got a bad case of roller's
With your
back.
like
Oh.
bare hands, you need to hit. I guess you need to hit one time very hard at the bottom.
I assume that when the ship is docked and all the sailors go to the tavern to drink, that's when the bare knuckle brawler catches them on the brawler's home turf and just gives them the what for.
Okay, I see. So you fight the crew, not the ship. Smart.
Yes.
And then it becomes a flying Redanian. Ah,
Yeah,
another
a
ship.
ghost fleet. And another trip to the bar, another trip to the fight club. And
Those poisons here. Quite the variety from Archie. One just brawled to death, and the second was poisoned. And there we have it. Nothing to do here for Valerio. Doesn't even get to use his vial or anything.
And the important part about playing deep in that round one is that yes, even though Syndicate manages to get the round win, there's not going to be a chance to play sort of above 7 cards here and just develop the Novigrad, develop the Candle for free for Archie here. If you want to develop them in round 2, that means you're bleeding. If you just dry pass here, it means you're going to have to start round 3 playing Novigrad, playing Candle, and you're not developing sort of your own units, you're not developing threats in that sense. You're getting coins, and that can be good, but sort of give the Self-Wound like 3 free turns to develop in that situation. We might just have to see a bleed begin, but this is quite awkward hand when it comes to a bleed anyways. A complete lack of spending in terms of non-candle spending.
Yep. Might roll one from the Shady, but not ideal.
Yeah.
We do see
I'd rather play
instant purification.
Yep, and there
It's
goes one of the other shots at rolling a spender as well.
It's sad that we can only play one purification. People would have played like 5 of them.
Only there was a seasonal mode where you could play as many bears as you liked.
Ah, okay, yeah. Maybe those seasons where Archie's not participating in competitive Gwent scene, he was just jamming that one. But yeah, he definitely would be happy getting gifted an Elder Pair here. Well, not exactly, Novigrad would be good to keep, but...
Notably, both the Totem and Care Troll are missing here for there, and those artifacts are quite important for Self-Wound because they enable you to smooth over a lot of your game plan. You need the Totem to make the Spellblood work cleanly. You need the Care Troll to make this Draco Turtle get a lot of value easily. So we're going to see a bit of a leader commitment. What is this, to play around? I guess to play around a Philippa?
Yeah, Philippa is
Best
there.
commodity in town, I swear it.
Okay. Open Sesame
Yes.
has been found. And
Easy.
just full spend. So might be seeing a tempo pass here, and the fact that we had Draco Turtle on the lead here rather than Care Trolled might be signaling to Archie that there's no Care Trolled access here for Leo, or maybe at worst it like the from the Aneromancy, but didn't want to commit the Anero just yet. Now it's the Signaled, and yeah, this is not how Self-Wound would like to defend typically.
Yep. But not much you can do with no access. So we didn't see Anero, we didn't see Totem. Was the Maxi confirmed choice then? Not the shuffle. We see
What did I
Swolblood that was on
say?
top as well, but yeah, I'm bad. I need to take screenshots, but not while I'm the one sharing the picture. It just messes up a lot of things if you start clicking buttons left and right. So.
Yeah, I think it might not have been shuffled.
Whoop.
It's a value sequel to get ahead, but there is somewhere else, and it's going to be taken.
Why the nose strips? Anyone know?
And now, even if you bring it back, it's quite small, so hitting it with Knut is not that exciting.
Yeah.
But I guess Lerio felt that he'll risk it and try to get ahead and get the CA.
Yeah, I think it's such a weak hand. It feels weird to call this weak when you have 4 pretty good
Yeah.
health rune golds, but it's just, I guess, lacking the true enablers here to really make it click. And yeah, just hoping the morals is gone, but Archie passed the skill check of drawing the morals. Now we're going to see Svalbard before Totem. And see bear coming out here. Can be Canoe to trigger the bear, and it'll be in a very awkward short round 3 now. The possible win con here for Lyra would be to deny all the spenders. In round 3 it will be probably Boat plus 3 other cards, and depending on what is found, we could be lacking spenders.
Yeah. That's one line, so we expect card rolled with Wimviandra being drawn in the next 3 cards. Yeah, they're there, so Maxi, I don't think shuffle the deck makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You do need a target for card rolled to use as a clash, so hey, there we have a heat wave as well. So is this a keep?
I think
The
Olgit should be soon if the Maxi wasn't shuffled, I thought. But we do keep. You can
Okay.
use Sigdriefus right on the Sigvald, I suppose, and with the Moral Scorn, that should be safe. Okay, well, there's Philippa to worry about, but
Yeah,
you know,
so
Philippa's a myth. Philippa can't hurt you.
Olgert was like a perfect card here, wasn't it? Cannot be like Morelst anymore, cannot be brought down to get Philippa. Junior is dead against it.
Do we take the Greatsword or do we take the 5? It is the Raiders. With the extra damage gives you effectively 7 reach of damage with that KH rolled.
Greatsword
You
is
know,
so
gonna see
awkward with the Hysteria.
Yeah, oh, that is true. So,
Sailed into troubled waters, mate.
Okay, a spender. And I guess that was one of the Sesames triggered.
yes, the second Sesame is at 1 counter here. So if you want to protect the King of Beggars a good amount here, I'm not sure on that last spend. Spending it to 3 means that the Raiders click isn't enough to kill it, but I don't see what you protect by putting it to 4 here. Or I guess if you're playing Boat next, then you may as well just get 3 coins in the bank. That's probably the thing.
Just to empty the bank, I guess.
So
Does it feel like Syndicate is just winning it?
it feels that way. I think
Yeah.
I think the only win con is you need to deny spenders. So I think you need to just clash the King of Beggars here and do him to have the clash ready the next turn.
Yep.
If they want to play Boat, you can just heat wave the Boat and then try to win with other points. You can resurrect Draco Turtle and then use the KH roll again for good points as your finisher. I'm gonna commit the Uncreate Raiders here. Maybe scared of Philippa?
Yeah, maybe scared of Philippa. Hysteria Scoundrel is what. Get 1 coin from the crime. Yeah, would have killed it as well. And it happens anyway. It's just not wanting to waste.
So now the question is, do you play around Philippa? If the answer is no, then I think you just resurrect.
Okay, so we have a rope from Archie. Is he considering to spend?
I don't see why.
Well, there was nothing else to do, so maybe he once again,
Yeah.
because maybe if you play a Chirontia, then you overprofit and you don't believe that your spender will survive anyway. But yeah, no reason to do it this turn. Like you have another turn to decide between the plunder, a Chirontia, and the spend.
Yeah.
Although we might end up with just an Chirontia being
Yeah.
the only thing played. So Sesame Sagan ship is not that great anyway. We have Candle
Hey.
removed. Depends on what spender you roll, but you just spent everything into that. If
Doesn't get
yeah.
the spenders.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can
It's,
still spend everything with the same casket.
Yes.
He doesn't
but it
care.
doesn't turn into boost, and these are going.
Okay.
Now, the question
Is this
is
enough points though? Yeah.
What do you need?
What do
6,
you need?
12, 15.
So,
I think
Draco.
it's still short by 1 if you go Draco Turtle.
The result of this game was sponsored by
Oh, wait, no.
Lemon
It's
Math.
a tie. No, it's a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie.
Okay, we got
I think.
correction here.
Or can I do maths?
Why would you
Oh no,
need
you
to
hit
do?
the scoundrel. I can't do maths. Ignore me.
Did you count 6 on 6 action?
Yeah.
The scoundrel seems to be like a bigger body.
No, it's self-win-win. I cannot do maths.
Okay, don't see any emotes thrown in this match, but what an awkward situation and what the role for the spenders. Complete disaster there.
Yeah, going into round 3 with so much gone for there, that was the win, Connie. You have to get rid of the spenders, make the Acherontia awkward, make the round 3 awkward for Syndicate, and with some nice removals, with a bit of luck on the Eventide Plunder for the side of Lyra. Very unlucky there for Archie. It just means that, well, now Archie needs to beat up this Northern Realms list.
This is Lerios' deck, the last one that he needs to win with. And it goes wide against Self Wound. It has pings with Yen against things that are tall and don't take damage. But it has locks.
Yeah. And unlike, say, Miamon's Reavers list, which runs, say, Garrison, which can protect up the Reavers, there isn't really a similar sort of thing in this list. Okay, maybe you could play Mucha Generator to boost up the Reavers, but that seems a bit awkward to sequence, especially if we're going to see the Mucha Generator coming out in this round 1.
So, attack!
Arbalist at your command.
Slow Arbalist play. Kinda makes sense to develop Arbalist onto the board anyway.
So, yeah. So we...
Have a look
This
at
is a
that.
pivotal turn. I think you'll either go just develop, say, the Redanian Archer here, which means they're probably saving the Golden Echo for later on. And Self-Win is one of those decks which they either just give up the round 1 very easily, or they'll contest quite hard.
Can you give up a round against this deck though? Like, sure, you have a Swellblood, but if they just play round 2 out... Well, we just seen short round from Self-Wound against Syndicate of all things.
When I'm done with you.
I do not make any predictions when Self-Wound is in play. It sometimes just crumbles against Nilfgaard usually, but we've seen against Death Wish as well, but usually.
I think it's maybe why I've seen so many Nilfgaards banned, because they typically tend to have good matchups into your Self-Wounds, into your Death Wishes.
This is a control setup.
Which
Makes
makes
sense.
sense. You have this doing Viandra in hand as well to get the extra value. And you don't really need super tall units here. You're gonna need like a 5 to really kill off anything that's on Lyra's board right now.
Okay, so
With me, you forget
goes
your
for
sorrows.
Mata, bringing the Baron. Baron decent against the juiced up Draka Turtle, for example, so definitely a card you'd want to keep. If possible, either like I win this round card or just a finisher.
Yeah.
Or here, yeah. If you definitely need to play, I guess. If you see Martyrdom, but considering there is a ship as an alternative, probably you don't see too tall of a Draka Turtle. So let's see what decisions will be made.
So there is access to one of the locks right now, but notably this is the self-ruined list, which runs both Pella and Mahagmael. So as long as Archie has those access to those answers, these locks won't be going too far. Right now, however, both of those answers are not here. So Margarita would be able to get quite a bit of value. We do see ship list being developed. 4 pings on the Redanian Archer here ain't too shabby. And would be safe from a canoe at the moment unless we see leaders being committed. No, it's just to clean up the ship ballista. So these players, they respect the ship ballistas and they want to remove them as soon as they get played.
So Knut is left at 7. Don't really expect it to leave with all the pinks available on the board.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go, says Lero. How many times will we see the River Hunters dropped like this? 2 power, 2 tempo play, 2 points. Yeah, allows Gwentfinity. Okay, you play 2, I play 3. Mine is bigger.
And you don't even want to set up these Reavers really because they're just hitting this Draco Turtle right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth it just to turn off this armor, but okay. So maybe you couldn't tell this from the point gap right now, but Lyra was on blue coin here. And it's looking like a lost down a card sort of potential for round here. Now, both Knut and Chaotrold is a huge commitment because those are the 2 ways for really Self-Ruin to control the board. Which Chaotrold will still be around for this round 2. Potentially with the order if it's not really used. Okay, we're going to go Idarin here. So
With a Crinfrid Reavers.
Ping, 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 ping. Don't even break the armor completely. Unfortunate there. Oh, nothing to do with the fortune, but overall doesn't really achieve the goal. There is the clash. The point gap is growing. Maxi.
it's a smuggled heatwave near the top, but then the round 3 draws are looking quite poor, though you do find access to both Mahagmael and the Pella this way, but you probably redraw because you want to find the Seaboard, you want to find the Sigdreefers right, which were both in the bottom 3 cards.
Well, you have a Neuromancy for one of them, so yeah. It's just a decision you need to make in the end. Do you want every gold card in your possession, or do you risk missing other gold cards instead? Okay, so we talked about this Baron being... can I please still like attempt to win the round card? And here is the big reset. Armor is broken, and now without Chaotrold it cannot be restored as well.
I think that was the first turn in quite a while that Leo ended the turn ahead. But yeah, obviously not going to be ahead by the time it returns to Illyria's side of the board to take action here. Reavers is so slow to develop. This lock feels super late, and you're not playing the Golden Neck at this late either, I think. But
Don't recognize
gonna
you,
be the
old
Reavers.
mates. Let's go. The Bloodthirst is only at 1, so a lot of people... This is probably one of the most missed ability parts. Bloodthirst 2. Boost by 2 instead.
It's surprisingly important, and you'll often see like pro players putting effort in. You might think, why are they doing this weird suboptimal play? It's to establish the 2 Bloodthirst.
Yeah.
More coming back when Patricidal Fury was the leader of choice for these sorts of lists way back when. So yeah, verification gonna take away the K-Troll, but with no more Doom Vianders remaining, that location had used up its usefulness.
Okay, so important question. Are you ready for Golden Necker finisher by any chance? Will it happen?
No.
Will it happen? Because
I don't
this
think it
Olgierd
can.
is just denying the River Hunters here, and your only way of getting there is the Mutagenerator finisher, and that is bad, but also losing against the self-wound like this is probably a death sentence.
If you commit Golden Necker, don't you still just lose on even?
Most likely, yes. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. Like, okay. Dracoturtle. Olgierd. Knut. Nah, I cannot talk myself into thinking that this is enough of like, oh yeah, Self-Wound just lost every card in their possession. Bad draws is one way.
Okay, they shuffled.
Yes.
This was the shuffle in the maxi. Draws a Sigvald, which was at the bottom as well, so that further confirms it. And we have this Mahakamayo still in hand. So
Definitely want to see the Golden Necker out. And knowing what type of deck it is, you just like, you know that it's getting played or it's completely missed because yeah, Golden Necker finisher in this case is not optimal, but for now we don't see it flying out.
yeah, I think you need a bronze unit on board since we would be getting reinforcements.
Same situation as before.
Maybe just, I think this might just be holding for a Svalbard here, which...
It's funny that reinforced ballista kind of plays into that as well though.
yeah.
I'm an officer.
That's alright, yeah. But would need a sequence carefully to play around the AO.
Wee points. Actually
Do
getting
you
ahead.
flip these bears?
No, Lirio, you were ahead. What are you doing? Wait.
Still ahead.
Leaps only one,
Me
and
too.
by doing so, still keeps the score.
Use 4 points of damage to turn a Svalbard Fanatic into a 4-power Bear Abomination, but it does deny another Svalbard board damage here. And this is looking like a 2-0 potential.
Your favorite guys. Boom! Bam! There you go. And there is a leader charge that you can commit into more, but that seems to be excessive. No? Nah. But look at your own board. No. Yeah, so the last one is kept as a carryover for the next round that is never coming. Okay, so leader 3. There are some points like with pinks. Gets close. You have to now.
Yeah.
You can
Okay, it's
yeah, it's enough. I think
not a
overall.
2-0 right
Yep.
now, but
Unless, well, Archie can also play that ale and do the last ping.
wait, actually gets ahead here. Okay, I
Okay, this is crazy.
underestimated.
This is crazy though, yeah. The mutagenerator. Okay,
The issue is the Droggery isn't getting much generator value here. These are all 5 provisions and Droggery is 6p.
Yeah. And there is a much damage. 1, 2, 3. Ah, wait, he dies. He doesn't die, but also no ping. Wait, this is like not bad. You don't have much left. Like all your cards. Kinda
I mean,
useless.
That's 2 carryover on the meter generator.
Yeah. Okay, look at the positives. Your opponent also spent most of the things. They do have Earthen Ritual charge, so that's like 6 points, or at least 5 points. Okay, so Sid Griefer's right, Heat Wave. I don't think it's...
And there's also leader remaining for Archie, which should just be the push to get over the finish line, I would imagine.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
The goddess protect you from all evil.
Yeah, this is a big turtle combined with the totem.
Disgusting old man.
Yeah.
His mere touch is revolting.
Yeah, this Ildico needs to stick for the shipless issue. Anything but the heatwave has been found. So, yeah, the maxi shuffle coming in clutch here for Archie this game, giving access to every single gold that matters. And that means we're gonna go to a game 5.
Yeah, we wanted 5 games in this. Who needs a 3-all final anyway? And we're getting what we deserve. Guys, you deserve a 5 game series. Self-wound victorious, and now it's up to Syndicate to finish it all for Archie, or for this NR for Lerio to find the way. Go, game number 5. The decider, who is the master of Gwent in 2024. Maybe unofficial, it won't appear in CDPR records, this is a community Gwent after all, but maybe CDPR already erased all the information about Gwent, and we need to open a new book, and this is Book of Matol, and this is the maybe first champion of Gwent ever recorded by the community. So it's just a matter of perspective. Huh. Have fun establishing anything against this brawler, but at least you have a lock. So that brawler might be a bit premature to drop.
And even if you deal with the brawler, then you're facing Scoundrel / Witch Hunter Executioner with Slander and Double Hysteria in hand. So that's a lot of bounty appliers and full of bounty spenders. So to play around the brawler, we're gonna see Mutual Generator, but are you going to get like over 11 points on board here? You just need raw points.
Don't you just slam leader as well? Let's go.
We will be together.
This is 13, so that's more than 11, but leader charges.
Yeah, I mean, Brawler 2 leaders is a board wipe here, and then doesn't Syndicate just win the round?
I'd slam the leader charge as well if I was later.
That hurts. Good, I was starting to worry.
Yeah, it's like there's 2 brawlers here, so it's not like you can even hope that it's missing.
Okay, gets
like
another
fat,
coin, but
yeah.
Hey, at least... Oh wait, there was no carryover generated.
No. The Ildico was front row to get 1 more point and forced out that lock and...
But okay, honest question, was it not... I guess from the red coin it wasn't worth it to slam the leader as well, but if you wanted to have a proper game with this deck and show it in the final to everyone... would have been better. Okay, so we also didn't get any
They charge.
Siege Masters.
Swarm will stop 'em.
Now, the hand buff. There are only 3 5p units in the deck, by the way.
This is the strange thing with the deck, because it's split between 5p and 6p, and there's only so many bronzes left in the deck by the time you play Golden Echo so early, is that the Muse Generated carryover is a lot more limited compared to a standard Muse Generated deck. Like the ones we used to see, like Siege Muta 5 or Erlen Muta 4.
But yeah, people name the brawler like unnecessary evil to keep decks in check. And I'll guarantee you there is a lot of people who are not really big fans of those NR types decks that slam either run and create the carryover, so it's just a matter of perspective. At the same time, like at the moment Lero is getting controlled, but
Yeah.
7-7 is okay, there is one bleed, but that's all I'm seeing, and at least a little
Staying
bit of
ahead.
carryover is being deployed as well. But look, what a relaxing gameplay for Archie. Like, oh, you play a card, yeah, bring it on. Yeah, I got it. Do you want to play another one? Because I can still roll stuff from this Shady Vendor. Okay, maybe I just want the thing, but if control is necessary, you can go for damage from there. No bounty setup. There's also Philippa.
They seem... Yes, there's one open sesame. It's already at 2 counters left. Just shows you how much bounty spending has been going on this round.
You say?
Want to see Shady Vendor finds another sesame. We've seen like no misses today.
Yeah. So there is a purge, damage enemy unit by 3. Bounty on the highest unit, but you need to... Yeah, you had the executioner on board, so... Okay, you had that Margarita I was bleeding. Well, how about I deal with her? Is he keeping 1 coin? Yeah. She'll bleed out, says Archie. Kinda rude.
Yep. And now we have a Reaver Scout in hand with no soldiers to copy, a ship ballista with no orders to work with, and then a Yencon with no support.
Make 'em count, boys.
Yeah, this is kind of why I didn't really like no leader commitment. Leader would have allowed you to have something like on the board, at least for 1 second. You had the board present and your deck clicks. Now, well,
And,
it still depends on the draws of Archie. Still depends if he finds like Junior. But Philippa was there to help in round 1.
I mean, this is the first gold committed for Archie after controlling the board so much throughout the whole round. To think that this Philippa is 9p, and the Elderco which basically played as an Elderbear is also 9p, and here comes the Yencon.
Yeah, okay.
How do you even do this?
She even dies to like Muriel's ship ballista. Ballista deals default damage as well.
Love to hear him beg for
Ah,
mercy.
stop it. Or continue it, I don't
Your
know.
bag is got boosted.
Some people are just enjoying the control
Man.
experience. Man, okay, so this was round 1. Let's go, Archie. Can you do that for 1 more round? You only have to win 1, and the final is yours. This is match point for either player. Only tie continues the Masters, otherwise it's ending, and it's over. No panic, guys. It's too premature. But Lero created a lot of carryover. Let's not forget. Like, Siege Master is a free tin basically, and 5 tempo.
Yeah. There is mutagenetic carryover, that is true. And that might... no. The Reavers are just going to play straight into Horson Jr. if the Horson is found. But the lead on the Novigrad here gives Lyra a chance to get ahead, chance to set up whatever they like, set up an engine. Are we going to see Reavers on the lead here and just loading them?
This is no time to whimper.
It will be. Not a 2 power 2 armor Reaver this time, it's a 3 power 2 armor Reaver this time.
Into the cauldron.
All the difference. Unfortunate that this is not a brawler, eh? Would have been the continuation, but just a silly pair of Crown Splitter and Cut Up. So, okay. Time to play the machine, most likely. Yes.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Is Mata picking up? No, Mata is not picking up a machine, so this is another oopsie.
That
What's
could be
this?
a critical oopsie. So Open Sesame Graveyard is at 1 counter now for Archie. You're gonna have to be careful about triggering that preemptively.
With me, you'll forget your sorrows.
Okay, and so this is that. And now
So it is card advantage. But again,
the question is
round
purely
just so
draws.
short.
Right.
Yeah, if Archie draws well, there's a horse and that could just be it. Okay,
KOB,
King of Beggars
break
needs to go.
avoided.
1 forced mulligan.
There is
Third
still
experiment here is not hard.
spenders. Okay, you create some, but
He gets a
ship
thunder.
is in deck, bank is in deck.
Yeah. And the King of Beggars will get out actually with the back row Shitty Vendor and the Scoundrel Tribute.
Okay, Polero.
Wait, can you... Scoundrel Tribute is weird here because there's no... Oh, there is a Reaver Scout remaining after the mulligan's completed here. Okay.
I guess depends on the Siege Master and when the ship ballista is played.
I assume we just lead with Reaver Scouts here. I don't
River
think-
Hunters, you mean, right?
Oh, Reaver Hunters,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, let's see what the draw is. Is it a bronze? No, this is Idaran.
It's Idaran.
Okay,
So
since
Scoundrel is active and we will see that coming through here.
and the tribute has
Does lose a
been paid.
coin securing this kill because of the armor.
Man, I don't want to call it. What the hell? What is this? There are still coins. But yeah, Archie would prefer probably. Do we want a ship against Dorigare? Probably not. It has its profit. I don't know. Lemon, do the prediction yourself. I'm not doing it.
I'm not predicting, I'm waiting until this unfolds. I'm just enjoying.
Okay, one is down. Cannot do anything with the second one. There is Idaran. You have coins. This is Sesame
Archie
open. So Sesame
that's-
is gone.
Sesame spend.
You
Might
can,
make it clear that there's no boat here to Leo, that the Akronchi has been missed.
do you ever lock Junior now? Because otherwise there are coins to spend. You need it. It's so awkward. Do you postpone your Idaran by playing Dorigare? Otherwise, whatever you spawn, like, yeah, it pings once, and...
Yeah, I'm not sure what's better. Because with only 3 turns left, delaying a
Yeah,
whole
you
turn
can see that.
can also be quite impactful.
It's the Grimfrig Reaver's honor that's at stake here. This is no time to whimper.
You can at least damage the Horsen, so it has to get some investment, either with coins or boosts. To use the fee, can't just insanity it away.
Guys, it's finishing soon, unless we get a tie. Ah. There is still a Sesame at counter 5. And there is still a lack of a proper spender, but if you roll one from 2 attempts, you get to click your spender and then leader charges, but we do see that Archie is clicking his leader now to go for Shady Vendor to get
For Shady
the
Vendor to get King of
KOB.
Beggar.
Man's got the wares. If you've
Finds
got
Purge.
It takes the eavesdrop, sees, finds the boat
Okay,
as the top deck.
if there is a winningest play that you can make, is this it? Although your spender is getting locked. At least it should. On the other hand, like if everything would have been spent by KOB, and that would have been okay, but you never spent with KOB, there is a candle.
Boat doesn't have enough coins to proc here.
the golden dragon.
Yeah, Boat doesn't have enough coins to proc. And the spending here
wait.
is going to be forced on the candle to play around this Baron.
Okay, yeah,
Might
the
be
Sesame.
everything, but I'm actually impressed.
It's 1 coin short of procking.
Okay, so our excitement might have been slightly premature. This Baron reset on KOB.
It's 1. Wait, is it? Is it 1 point? Oh no, with the Reavers. The Reavers will take it over the top as well.
Okay, this is Lafin, the end, with the ship not actually being the winningest card. Wow, man. Okay, it's over. Congratulations to Lerio. Well, nicely fought by Archie as well. I was certain that this NR is not getting through, but I guess Lerio knows best. He plays this deck second time in the big tournament, so I'll show you the win screens as well. So Lerio is with the victory, and Line Pockets is the only deck to lose here and not get a
What
win.
a roller coaster.
Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't expect that. Mind blown, but at the same time the game was painfully close that I wasn't sure who to predict as a winner, because yeah, seemed to be going Ratch's way. He got the junior, he got Lerio really not taking all of it, but I guess muted, having the red coin and generating all those extra points helped in round 2. Wow. And you cannot get a better setup for the ship. You needed, you lacked a coin that you needed to click on your leader to actually activate the KOB. Yeah.
And you know, back in round 1, when that Barnacle Brawler rolled to kill the musicians rather than the Arbalest,
Sorry?
that caused an extra leader charge to be spent.
Yeah.
Small things like that can come back to haunt at the very end of the game.
Matol said that he'll cook something up. What it means exactly, nobody knows. I put on screen now the winnings of players. So semi-finalists get $275, finalist Archie gets $575, and Lerio takes the main pot of $1,125. Congratulations everyone, good job crowdfunding as well. I'm not sure what's the total over the year, because we also had crowdfunds for World Cup, and yes, we had Gwent World Cup in this year, so it wasn't only Community Masters that we were casting. So props to all the casters we had earlier this year, Salty and Elke and Matol himself also joining. We had guest casts from Nan, Andy, I think Moshcraft.
I think just a big thank you from me as well. It's been a great ride this year, casting alongside you, Kung Fu. A huge thank you to Matol for organizing all these tournaments throughout the course of the year. And also to the whole community for being so amazing and keeping Gwent alive through Gwentfinity.
Yeah.
Been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah. And don't forget to spam lemon in chat, exclamation mark. I'm not sure if proper lemon